Happy Monday, everyone. My name is Chris Nicolason. Today I am lucky to be joined by my wife, Gretchen. Hello, Gretchen.
Hello, Chris.
And the reason that I wanted to have you on is you've got a big event coming up this Saturday and wanted you to talk to everybody about about what the event is. And then I'll have some screen shares that we can do and things like that. And we'll also put a link in the comments as well. So anybody out there wanting to kind of help out can do that too. So what do you have going on this Saturday?
So this Saturday, my niece Katie and I will be shaving our heads for St. Baldrick's. St. Baldrick's is an organization that does cancer research, but specifically for children's cancer, because it is very different than adults and cancer in adults. And so, so Katie and I are going to be bald on Saturday, and it's what's interesting is like she's way braver than me because she has much longer hair than I do, and it's her 23rd birthday, so she's turning 23 and is shaving her head for her birthday. So.
Gotcha. And so for you, how many times have you done this in the past?
This will be my third time.
Okay. And so do you have any fears this time doing it?
Zero. Like for me, the first time I thought I was going to throw up, like, because my hair was like halfway down my back, and I didn't know what I was going to look like bald, and it scared me to death. But then the second time, and now this time, like I'm not. No, I actually love it, and I think it's nice to not have to think about your hair. And
yeah.
It's nice to feel like a guy for a second,
Yeah.
Like, you wake up and you don't even think about what to do with your hair. It's nice. Yeah, it doesn't mess it up. So.
Well, let's take a look here and show everybody real quick what you look like when you've got that. So here we go. So is that you from a little while back?
Yeah, that was from 4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember which shape was this? Was this your first or your second?
One. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then you've got a big there's a big old fan out there for you too, right there. So we all know too, and if nobody else out here knows Glenn Dawson, we all know how Glenn Dawson feels about his hair. And so Glenn, and so for him to give some love for somebody doing that, there we go.
Yeah.
And so then, for you, can you talk about then too for a minute? Can you talk about your why, like why this is important to you and why you do this?
Oh, for sure. So the big reason I do this is for my nephew. So it's actually Katie's brother that passed away. He was 8 when he died from brain cancer. And Katie was only not even 18 months old when Zach passed away. And at this point, Zach would be an adult. He would be 30-ish.
Uh-huh.
And it just, watching my sister go through losing a child, and even, I don't know if you've ever been to a funeral for a child. It's the most heartbreaking thing that you could go through. And, what I say is like, I'll shave my head forever, and I'll keep begging people for money forever until there's mothers that don't have to bury their sons and daughters, and, mothers and fathers, don't have to bury their children because of cancer. So
right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A kid, like I think about him all. I mean, it's not every day. It's been a long time since he's passed away, but doing this just kind of helps keep his memory alive too, because he was just a sweet kid. So
yeah. And then can you talk to people too about, so since with this being your third time, you've actually never done it alone. And so who else have you done it with, and how was that experience?
So the first time I did it, I convinced my brother. One of my brothers lives here in Colorado Springs, and I convinced him to do it with me. And I wish I'd done we're going to pull up pictures, because I would have had you pull up mine and Lynn's before and after pictures, because he's got crazy, wild, curly hair. And so he drew his out too, and he looked like a madman, is what it looked like.
Okay.
But so that was the first one, me and my brother Lynn. And then the second one, I convinced our daughter Megan to shave her head. She was actually a freshman in college when she did it.
Okay.
And I think what helped convince her is that she had dyed her hair so much it was fried, and so she wanted like a redo. And so I think that helped convince her. I think it's much scarier when you're like younger and in the dating scene, and for me, I'm old and obviously married, and have your support. So like, it's not so scary for me to.
Right. Right. And so I did find.
I've convinced Katie to do it.
Okay, so I found this one that I can share with everyone that'll show. So there's the before and after of you and Megan. And so it's always my fear too. Like you both have these nice like round heads that are just great. And then, yeah, like if I ever did, I feel like it'd look like, just it looked like the moon potentially. And so, and then give me one sec here. I'll see if I can find. So that was you and Megan. And then you should have it, I believe. Hold on one sec. It's hard to go back 8 years on your Facebook. No, there's just the one of you from back in the day, but I don't see the one of you and Lynn.
I'll find it and I'll post it in the comments because.
Okay. Oh wait, here we go. I got it. So here's, holy cow. Yeah. So here you are. There's you guys there.
Yeah.
And so that's Gretchen and Lynn right before her very first one. So if we look at how long her hair, holy cow. Like I haven't seen your hair that long in a long time.
My hair has not been that long since then.
And then if we look then, so we got that before, and then here's the after.
Yep.
And so that was the first one that you guys did. So then you said that both you and Katie are doing it. And so one of the things too, and actually the other thing too I wanted to show was you mentioned Zach. And so just to give Zach, and so that's Zach. And I don't know, do you remember how old Zach was right there?
I think that was probably like kindergarten or first grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so just so everybody has some context, there's the kiddo. And so both you and Katie are doing it, and you guys have had goals to reach, financial goals to, with St. Baldrick's to do it. And so can you talk about those and, have you guys met your goals? Where are you guys at?
So when we first decided we were going to do this, we each decided we were going to because the very first time I did it, my goal was to raise $1,000, and I did that. And then so the second time I upped it to $500 up to $1,500. And so I'm thinking, well, this time I'm going to shoot for 2,000. And so Katie's like, yeah, me too. Let's both do 2,000. And so I got to my goal pretty quickly and actually like upped my goal to 3,000 because I had gotten to 2,000 so quickly. And what's funny is Katie kind of gave me some crap about it because she's like, you're older and you have richer friends than I do, because she's a starving college student. And so, she's getting, $5 donations and $10 donations and hundreds of dollars donations. And so, so I raised mine to 3,000, hit that pretty quickly too, and then started pulling for her to get to 2,000, which she did. And so I looked at it this morning, and as of this morning, between the two of us, we were at $5,340, so $5,340.
Okay.
So I had the idea, because typically when we do these shaves, it's this big giant event. There's people cycling in and out all day long. You sit in the chair, shave next,
Yeah.
But because of COVID, that's not happening, and so so I thought, so it's just going to be her and I in our backyard on Saturday. The Hillary, who cuts our hair, is going to go over to shave our heads. And but I just thought like it would be really cool if between the two of us we could hit $6,000, because I feel like that's a pretty good amount for two people to raise for for our own little event. So so since that, we actually my brother Nick has donated $100, so we're about $560 away.
Wow.
From hitting $6,000 between. So.
Okay. What I'm going to do is in the comments, I'm going to put a link to your donation page. I mean, obviously, I don't think you care right now if where it comes from, if it's coming from Katie's or if it's coming from yours, or do you care?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'll put the link for Gretchen's in there. And then that way too, if you guys want to donate, honestly, any little amount will help. $5, you know, anything would help. And so and then what we're also going to do is we'll do a live stream of this on Saturday as well. So everybody can get the reaction. I'm sure I'll have Gretchen's consent to do it. I don't know if I have Katie's, so maybe it'll just be half of the room, but we'll see.
She's brave enough to shave her head. She won't care.
Right.
Sees it on Facebook. So.
Right. And then we've got our friend Dawn is saying too. So Don, there you go, and Don's definitely too here. He's giving you some props. So it's one of those things where I just instead of doing a Monday moment today, just wanted to have you on to be able to talk about such a great thing. So not only as your husband, but also as somebody too that you work with, and that somebody working in our firm, we want to be able to support our people and help spread the word. And you've got a great cause that you're working for here. And so any last words or thoughts or things like that you've got?
I think what's interesting is something I'll never actually, last time I shaved my head, we were in this big room with lots of people, and the guy, like the MC of the day, he looked out into the crowd and asked everyone who's been affected by cancer to raise their hand. And it's interesting because it's a moment I'll never forget. Every single person in that room raised their hands, and it was just this moment of like screw cancer, I mean, I want to say a harder word than that, but I won't. It just affects so many people's lives, and it's devastating. And so, they can have my hair if it makes even an ounce of difference in someone else's battle with cancer. So,
yeah,
this is a far-reaching thing, and I'd like to think someday in my lifetime we'll have a cure. So,
right.
Just doing my part to fight that battle. So, yeah, and really, I mean, like you said, $5, we'll take it. If we beat $6,000, even better. But if we can get to 6,000 by Saturday, that would be awesome. And we truly, 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 I know Katie and I both really do appreciate the support of our friends and family that have donated and helped us reach this goal. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. So we'll end there. And then for everybody else out there, thanks for watching. And then we'll definitely be live on Saturday as well. So talk to you all later.